I don't really use filters. I never had the need to, but it's just something to look at. Now if you go back to settings and you click on forwarding, this is useful if you want to forward an old Gmail account to a new one, like I had to because I had a corny screen name. You just press forward a copy of incoming mail to, and you type in the email address, and then you have the option of keeping the copy in your inbox or archiving it or deleting it. So all my old emails from my old account get deleted, and then they come here. So that way you don't have to worry about them being in two places. Pop download. Pop is what most applications use to download email automatically to your hard drive, including Outlook Express, Microsoft Outlook, and Mozilla Thunderbird. So if you really use those programs and you want your email to go straight to your hard drive and actually download physically to your computer's hard disk, you can go through the steps here to enable POP, so all your Gmail will forward to your computer's hard drive. I don't do that because I like my stuff to be in the cloud, like in the web, so I can access my email from anywhere. And you can still access your Gmail from anywhere if you do that, but I don't like to store my data on a hard drive on a computer because I go through computers really quickly. But if you're interested in that, there's a Learn More button. You can read more about it, and you can configure it by going through the steps here. And then this is also a really cool feature that they enabled recently called IMAP access. IMAP is another protocol that a lot of mobile devices use, like cell phones and stuff. If you enable IMAP and configure your email, the way it works is, like, for example, if you have an iPhone, you can check your Gmail on your iPhone, and it'll actually download the data to the iPhone, but it doesn't mess up the account that's online. So what's marked on red on your phone automatically is marked as red in your account online, and vice versa. If you go to chat, which is the next tab, there's just options here to save your chat history automatically or never save it. Some people wouldn't want their chat history to be saved online. And there's other really basic options here that aren't that important, like where to locate the chat window on your left side of your screen. One important thing here is AIM. You can integrate AOL Instant Messenger right into your Google Gmail online, so whenever you're signed into Gmail, you're signed into AIM, and you just go through the steps by clicking sign into your... I'm already signed in right now, but there's probably a button there if you're not signed in to sign into your account, and you can go through that. Web clips is not really important. That's just what's above your inbox. It's like advertisements. You can just pick and choose what you want. And the last thing that's pretty cool that I just discovered last night myself is Labs, where you can actually add features to your Gmail account that other people have made. So you can read the list here and see what you like, but 3 of them that I added were mouse gestures, which is on the list, signature tweaks, and the forgotten attachment detector. So what mouse gestures does is if you're in your email and you want to go to the next email on the list, if you hold the right mouse button and scroll right, it automatically goes to the next email. And if you hold the right mouse button and move left, it goes to your previous email. And if you hold the right mouse button and move your mouse up and let go, it goes back to your inbox. So it's really quick to scroll through your email that way. That's a big complaint people have had about Gmail, is there's no left or right button to go between emails, and now they have that. So
you hold the left button or the right button?
You hold your right mouse button. First you have to sign up for the tweak under settings, and then under labs, and then just look for mouse gestures, it's called. It's about the 3rd or 4th one, no, the 5th or 6th one down. You press enable and then you scroll down and press save. So you can go through that at your own time and look for what you would like to add, but I'm just going to keep going because we're going to run out of time. So now I'm going to go to an actual email message and talk about the information that's in an actual message. So I just clicked my inbox and then clicked my first message, which is from Obama, apparently. There's a show details button right next to your timestamp right here. If you click that, it shows you all the header information for your email, including who it's from. Sometimes you don't know who an email's from, and that gives you their actual email address, which is important. The top right of the message, there's a drop-down menu next to the word reply. That little drop-down menu is where all your like important options are, including reply and reply to all, and forwarding, print. And sometimes if the contact isn't listed in your contacts list, you can click this button and add them to your contacts list if it appears there. Also inside of your emails, I'm going to go to a different email to show you this. The way Gmail works is it doesn't create new messages, it stacks messages. So whenever you're in, for example, your Eden, anytime you reply to someone and they reply back, it's always making new messages. Gmail stacks those messages on top of each other inside of one, what appears to be a message. So if I find something with, in brackets, a 2, or I have one here that's a 3, I actually had one that was like really high up I want to find. Well, we'll go with the one that's 4. It's between me and Tom and Ryan. There's 4 messages here, all inside of one. Well, there's 4 conversations inside of one message. So you can click any one of these, and it'll load and open them all up so you can read them in the chronological order that the conversation happened. So it's like you're actually talking to this person. There's no like confusion about who said what when, and it's very easy to reply all at any point of the conversation. So if, for example, I wanted to reply to everybody after that was speaking in the first part of this conversation in the first box, and I press reply all here, then I'm going to reply to these people. But if, for example, let's say Dave, I think Dave Powell, he dropped out of the conversation later on. He never responded to messages. So if I only wanted to respond to President, which is Tom's account, and Ryan, I would press reply all here. So it's very clear to see where you're replying and who you're replying to. You also have the option of just deleting that person's email. So if I said reply all to the first one, but I didn't want Dave to get the message, I just highlight his email and press backspace. And then that also is a very clear way of seeing who's getting what you're sending. If everybody in your conversation is using Gmail, it's great for reply all because it's like you're having a conversation in person, pretty much, since everything is linear and chronological. And it's really easy to collaborate on stuff via email that way.
Why is it easier if everyone's
Because
using
if we were all using Eden and we were constantly replying all, we would get a brand new item in our inbox every time we reply all. Where with Gmail, you have one item in your inbox and a stack of conversations in chronological order. Yeah, and at any point, if you guys want me to stop or have questions, definitely interrupt me. And then one last thing too, when it comes to in your actual emails, is forwarding attachments. If you find an email, I'm going to go to my inbox real quick, that has an attachment that you want to forward to somebody, instead of downloading that and finding it on your hard drive and uploading it to a new message, you can just press forward in the email that has the attachments, and it'll automatically forward everything, including those attachments. If the email's in a stack, like I previously showed you, you want to press forward in the box that has the attachments. You don't want to press forward in a later email or a later message because those attachments won't be there. But you can actually physically see the attachments are attached before you send, no matter what. So you don't have to worry about that. Some common complaints that I hear about Gmail is that there's no folders, or it's too messy to delete stuff. And my response to those is the beauty of archiving. If you're done with an email from your inbox, all you've got to do is click that email, like this email from Obama. I'm actually technically done with it. So I'm going to click it and press archive. And instead of deleting it, it just moves it to my archive. So if I ever want to see it again, I press all mail, and it'll be there. So that way you don't have to ever delete anything, and you can always search for stuff. I have emails that are 4 years old that I've searched for, like last week, just because I was curious to see what I was talking about 4 years ago. Yeah, it wasn't funny.